Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and today you're gonna get a preview of the member section. Sound fun? Hey, if you didn't already know, here at Magic Orthodoxy, I got two tiers, two levels that you can join. You can become a member here, and members receive 2 extra videos every single week. Some members even receive 3 extra videos every single week. And so maybe you've been hesitant about joining in the past. You kind of wanted to see, well, what does it really look like? So what I did was I went deep into the vault. I went all the way back in the archives. I found 5 classic videos that I could show you, give you a little taste of what the member section looks like. And if you stick around to the end, we'll give you some instruction about how you can join as well. Today, we're going to look at Voodoo Needle by Peter Eggink and Aeon Sun. All right, so Voodoo Needle, this premiered at Blackpool. It premiered at Blackpool. When you watch the trailer, you get to see all these magicians that are kind of around the table and they're watching Voodoo Needle take place. You get to see some big names, some heavyweights. Jay Sankey is one of them. You literally watch Jay watch this trick and his mouth is agape with wonder. Like, he's just, wow. And if you watch the trailer, right, at the very beginning of the trailer, there's a little black and white section with Max Maven. Max Maven says, hey, I went to Blackpool, and out of all the things I could have bought, this is the one trick that I bought, which is high praise for Max Maven, right? Max Maven says that, I'm whipping out my wallet and saying, take my money, right? Take my money. If you or I had gone to Blackpool, we would have gone broke. We would have sold our car to buy all the magic there, right? I would have literally bought something probably at everybody's table. So the fact that Max Maven was that discerning and that he purchased this, that should be high praise right there before we even start. And I don't know if you know this or are aware, but the reason why I was alerted to this trick was when you go to penguinmagic.com, they have a little section over on the side that's their top 10 list. And I think when I purchased this, Voodoo Needle was number two, and it was only $14, and it's a download, which means instant gratification, right? You pay your money, you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. You can immediately watch it, and you can immediately know the secret, know the answer, which is what I wanted. And so I was happy with my purchase. And before I even start this review, let me just say, I was happy with my purchase. I had enjoyed this trick. I enjoyed this download. I think you are gonna like it too. All right, so Voodoo Needle, what is it? What is the effect? Well, right at the very beginning of the video, you get to watch Peter Eggink. He is filming actually in Blackpool. Filming in Blackpool, he's in a living room / dining area, and he's performing the trick for 2 female spectators. He has a notepad and a pen and a little pin, right? A push pin. And he then explains about voodoo, talks a little bit about voodoo. His patter is about voodoo, and he makes a little crude voodoo doll drawing. You don't have to be great at art to do this either. You can do a stick figure person, woman, you know, whatever you like, draw it out. And then you pick some key points on the person's body, chakra points, whatever you want to call them. Make little X's. Head, forehead, hands, shoulders, knees, toes, belly, you know, the whatever you want. And the spectator can tell you where to put those X's if they want. It can be totally up to them. You then say that you're gonna put the pin into the voodoo doll. The spectator can tell you where they would like the pin to go. If they want it to go in the hands, headache, tummy ache, whatever, and you put the pin where the spectator says. Then you take out the pen, and you can hand the pen to the spectator. They can examine it. You say, we're creating a voodoo link between you and the object. You take the pen back, and then you can do any number of things. I think in the video, Peter writes the person's name. So as he begins to write their name, as his pen goes up and down, you can see the pen move back and forth, forward and backward, side to side, left to right, along with the pen's movement. And let me just say, he hadn't explained how the video was going to go. He didn't explain the secret yet. I was just watching it as a consumer, and I was, you know, doing my magic thing. I was trying to burn him as I was watching the video, and I noticed that he kept putting his other hand, the hand he wasn't writing with, under the table. He kept doing that. Kept putting it under the table. In my head, I was thinking, I bet it's magnets. Even though in the ad copy they tell you flat out, no magnets, no threads, no electronic devices. Okay, they said that. So I knew that even before I started watching, but it didn't stop me from thinking they lied to me somehow. And I was like, I bet he's got a magnet in his thumb tip, and he's got it under the table, and he's moving the pin. Nope, because his hand never moves. What about that old trick where you put the magnet in your pants pocket, and then when you're seated under the table, if you move your leg, you can move an object? Not doing that either. And let me just say, the ad copy is right. The ad copy is truthful. There's no magnets, no threads. He doesn't have a thread attached to his forehead or his glasses, and the other end is attached to the pin. And then as he moves his head, the pin moves. That would be totally obvious, right? There's no thread, no electronic devices. Everything in this video you should have around your house right now. In fact, I did. All right, so back to the trick. After Peter finishes moving the pin around, once the performance is done, he rips the drawing off, hands it to the spectator. She gets to keep it as a souvenir, and best of all, there's nothing underneath that top layer for them to find. And at that point, it appears that everything is examined. They can take that souvenir home, have it for the rest of their life. They'll never find a thing. Let's talk about this. All right, your video is not even 10 minutes long. It's not even 10 minutes long. As far as what they're going to teach you, like I said, Peter Egg Inc. is right at the beginning. He walks the trick through, just like he would for any spectator. He's got 2 spectators that he's doing it for. And then he's going to talk about the secret. He's just going to flat out tell you the secret. And he tells you the secret so fast, it zooms right by. And then he started talking about how to do the trick. And I was like, wait, go back. The secret is what now? Like, because it's on camera and he says it so fast that I almost just didn't even get it. Like, he has a slight accent, but it's not anything big. But I mean, I totally missed it. So I just kept watching the video and I kept thinking, oh, well, then he'll show it again or he'll explain it again. And he never did. I had to actually go back and rewind it and watch the video again and go, oh, that's what he said. And then I got it. So he'll quickly explain setup and the secret, and then he'll go right into some extra things or extra ways that you can do the effect. I think in the Blackpool trailer, I saw him do it with a glass. Like, he puts the pin on the notepad and he puts a upside down glass over the pin to show that there's nothing touching it. And even under the glass, the pin moves, which I think is a brilliant way to present this. He does it another way with ESP cards. And I'll show you really quick, just on camera, kind of what I'm talking about. Let's say your spectator selects an ESP card and you don't know what it is, right? You don't know, pretend, but you secretly do. And it's on the table and you say, you know, let's just use the ESP forces. See, it doesn't have to be Voodoo, it can be ESP, right? Make a little square, and you stick the pin in the middle of the square, and then you say, we're gonna write all 5 symbols out, and the pin will tell us through the psychic waves that are in the air what your card is. So you can draw a square, the pin doesn't move. You can draw the wavy lines, the pin doesn't move. You can draw a star, the pin doesn't move. Then you go to draw a circle, and as you're making that circle pass, the pin moves in a circular motion, and you say, hey, was it a circle? They say yes. You flip the card over, and it was a circle. See? Bing, bang, bong. You can do this as living or dead, right? You can write living on one side of the page, dead on the other, true or false, yin, yang. You could do fortune telling with this probably easily. You could do a book test with this. Let's say the spectator has a word in their mind like mouse. You could then write out the alphabet, A through Z, but then once you got to M, the pin moves in an M fashion. And you say, oh, is the first letter an M? And they could say yes. And then you could go back through the alphabet for the second letter or the third letter, or you can just guess it from there, right? I think once you watch this video all the way through, your head will be buzzing with ideas and you'll be off to the races in no time. All right, let's talk about the good and the bad. The good is it's very visual, right? It's very visual, and that same feeling that you had when you watched the trailer the first time, that's the same feeling your spectators are gonna have. And I don't want you to forget that, okay? When you watch Jay Sankey watch the trick, or when you hear Max Maven talk about it, that's the way your spectators will react as well. And you need to hold on to that feeling, okay? You need to hold on to that feeling. So it's very visual. I think it is a jaw dropper. And best of all, it's a download, which means you'll have instant gratification. You'll know exactly how it's done right away. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for it to come in the mail. And like I said earlier, I had all these objects lying around my house, okay? I was able to go around the house, grab everything I needed, and do this right away. And if you don't have those pins lying around the house, you can easily pick them up at your local fabric store, or they're in the sewing aisle at Walmart or your local grocery store. You get the pins that have the plastic ball top, and they come in, you know, a box with lots of different colors, red, yellow, black, green, blue, which is another thing you could do. You could do a color trick, right? You could do a color trick with a spectator picks a color pin out of the box just to prove that it could have been any random pin. But yeah, I had all the tools, all the parts to do this in my house. I was able to put it together. And another great thing was the first time I tried this, it worked. You know how sometimes when there's a little bit involved with an effect and you perform it the first time and it doesn't quite go, or it jams up, or it locks up, or it doesn't move the way you thought it was, so then you have to go back to the directions and say, okay, what did I miss? What did I do wrong? There's none of that with this. None of that. You do it the very first time and it'll work exactly like you saw in the trailer, and it gives you that second step of instant gratification, like, yes, right? And you probably won't even need to practice it at all. You probably just run out and perform it immediately. You could perform it that night, stick it in your show right away. It's that good. All right, so negatives. What are the negatives to this? I believe that after watching the explanation video, you will be unimpressed and you'll be underwhelmed, right? You'll be underwhelmed. You'll think in your head, that's it? That's all there was? Like, why didn't I figure that out on my own? Like, that's stupid. And you'll have this first impression to discard it. Don't do that. The trick didn't change just because you learned how it was done, okay? And that same thing that made you want to buy it, that'll still be there for the spectator when you perform it. Give it a chance and go perform it. That same reaction you see on Jay Sankey's face, or that you heard in Max Maven's voice, you have to remember that your spectators, they don't know how it's done. And just because you do, it doesn't diminish the effect at all. In fact, the video is so underwhelming that after you finish watching it, I would guess that after you finish watching it and you do it once for yourself, you practice it, you'll never go back and watch the video again. I didn't. I watched it once. I've never gone back to it since because I don't need to. I know exactly how to do this. There's nothing else in the video that I need, and I probably will never forget this. All right, so that's everything I can say about Voodoo Needle from Peter Eggink and Aeon Sun. I, of course, got mine from penguinmagic.com. And of course, if you'd like to purchase yours, I would suggest you head there as well. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for being a loyal, faithful contributor. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, bye. Over 600 videos. There are over 600 videos in the Magic Orthodoxy membership section right now, and you can have access to all of it. What's the member section? What's in there? Well, more reviews. Every week, you're gonna get 2 more reviews. These are tricks that I purchase with my own money every single week. 2 extra videos. That means you'll have access to 8 extra videos a month. There's also gonna be head-to-head battles where I pit 2 tricks against each other. You're gonna see all the unboxings, so you'll see all the tricks that are purchased. You'll see what's coming up way before anybody else. I'm gonna walk you through my EDC several times a year. I'm gonna talk to you about which routines I'm building with the tricks I purchase, and you'll even get access to tutorials. That's right, I'll even teach you magic. And there's 2 ways to join. 2 ways to join. You can enter in at only $2 a month with the Faithful. As a member of the Faithful, you'll get access to 2 videos a week. That's 8 extra videos a month. Or you can join the Inner Circle for $4.99 a month. That'll give you access to 3 videos a week. And the tutorials are there in the Inner Circle. That's 12 videos a month. How do you join? Right down in the bottom of this video, there should be a square button that says join. You just click that. If you can't find the join button, you can access the link that is in the video description below. Click that, it'll take you to another menu. There you'll get to select whether you want to join as a Faithful member or the Inner Circle, and then you'll start to enjoy those 600 videos. 600 videos right away. Stay as long as you want, stay a member as long as you want, or cancel at any time. This is just another way that I make content available to you because I enjoy giving back and I enjoy each and every one of you as a follower. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.